I don't understand how this works.
Uh-oh.
What? What's wrong?
The ball's almost full. I'm still going.
So stop going.
I can't stop going once I've started. It stings.
Much more efficient. Put it on the pole. I guarantee I will take 30% of the people.
Hold that one. Hurry. I'm pitching it.
What are you, a camel?
This begs the question, too, since we're here. Do you go through the barn door or over the barn door?
Oh, I never use the barn door.
Oh, I go through that.
The barn door's horrible.
Really? Uh-huh.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight, he ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it. They making plans, we sit and count. Our chairs stacking just like a mountain. You heard about it, she running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying
I would say that the ESPN Milwaukee Fantasy Football Draft the other night at Potawatomi Sportsbook and the Potawatomi Casino Hotel was a success. I did have one gripe.
What's that?
Gabe knows.
One gripe. I don't even know what that is.
Said it when we were there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we found two. There were two of them there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Women.
There are only two chicks in the fantasy football draft. A room full of people drafting their fantasy football teams, and we only had two ladies.
The over-under was set at 5.5.
Shout out to Sarah and Eileen, who I'm guessing crushed it because they're
Why? What do you
awesome.
think the percentage is?
I mean,
Girls to guys?
that like football?
No, that do fantasy football. 10%?
Oh.
Probably 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, they're much more into football now.
100%.
Yeah, and I would say, like, the women that I know that love football and are into football, I don't know if they have fantasy football teams.
Okay. I mean, they're pretty knowledgeable. I like how, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but Green Bay would put a seminar on and just kind of explain things to
Love
people that
that.
wanted to go.
Yes. It's great.
Yeah.
Great resources.
Yeah.
So speaking of people that have teams in the ESPN Milwaukee Fantasy Football League, we obviously had talked beforehand about how Joshy was going to handle the responsibilities for us, how Joshy was going to draft for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We were all going to rally behind him, and he was going to lead us to victory. Well, there's a bit of a plot twist, bit of a change of plans out there at Potawatomi the other night. Our guy Gabe Neitzel also drafted a fantasy football team.
Supposed to be an easy night. I was just supposed to be able to sit back, have a couple pops, make fun of Josh for a couple picks, and call it a night.
I love that was on the to-do list.
That's not the way it all played out. Ended up having to sit down right next to Joshy.
You didn't want to work?
Had to grind out. I thought you could relate.
I didn't want to work either. Looked at the traffic and said, yeah.
Looked at the
I don't
traffic.
think so.
I don't even think you did that. I think you looked out the back window and went,
that was a fib.
Kind of seems nice out. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, what would you even look at the traffic? I'm trying to think of what app or what, like,
Waze.
Yeah, if you just enter the,
your destination.
Do I really
see
need
the
an
red
excuse?
line there.
I didn't do my homework, okay? There's no dog that ate it. That's all I'm saying. Did you believe me when I said I looked at traffic?
Not for a split second.
You? No, I wasn't going.
I think we all knew that.
I had confidence in you guys to draft very well.
I just want you to know that when I said it on the show Wednesday morning, it was like, we're all going to be there. And I saw you do a big swallow.
I was going to. Yeah.
Gulp. You gulped over there in your chair. I knew right then and there you weren't going to be there, all right? So, yes, maybe we were just keeping up appearances and whatnot, but it was very clear that you were not going to be there. So, Joshy drafted a team, and Gabe drafted a team, both in the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy League. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means that twice this year, we got Gabe versus Joshy,
Ooh.
cage match fantasy football. So, Chewy, we got to figure out who we're throwing our allegiance behind.
Okay.
We got to figure out which team we want to win those games or we think has a better chance of winning those games. So, Joshy, I believe you have gone ahead and thrown up these blind resumes, just the teams, no names. We don't know which one's Joshy's and which one is Gabe's, on the ESPN Milwaukee Jen, Gabe, and Chewy YouTube stream. So if you are following along on YouTube, there they are, Team A and Team B. Those look good. You did that?
No, that's Young Will.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I outsource the things I'm not so good at.
That's just smart. That's just smart is what that is.
I can see them. Can you guys see them? I guess you know the teams. Gabe.
I know. Yeah. We were present.
And I think for the radio audience, we should give a rundown just of the list there, so the people listening aren't left out.
Okay.
And then me and Jen are going to blind choose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to pick which team you want to support.
Okay. So Team A.
Hold on. Time out.
Jeez Louise. Yep.
This is PPR, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's a difference. If it's not PPR, then I got to pivot.
There is a difference. I was just shocked you knew and or cared about the difference.
Okay.
Team A. Give
Yeah.
me a little NFL music if you can, Joshy. All right, here we go. Dak Prescott. Williams is the running back. Who's that?
Kyron.
Kyron Williams.
From the Rams.
Devontae Adams, also from the Rams. George Pickens. Kay Johnson. Who's that?
Caleb Johnson.
Thank you. Maybe Joshy should have done this, actually.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
There we go. We get to it. I go, who is Kay? Who is Kay?
So I'm going to just run down the starting lineup for Team A. It's Dak Prescott as quarterback. Running back Devon Achane from the Miami Dolphins, followed by running back Kyron Williams of the Rams. After that is wide receiver Nico Collins from the Texans, wide receiver Devontae Adams from the Rams. After that, tight end Mark Andrews. In the flex spot, you have a choice between George Pickens, who is now a member of the Dallas Cowboys. At wide receiver, you also have Travis Hunter, the rookie who is with the Jags. After that, we got Caleb Johnson from the Steelers, Jordan Mason from the Vikings, Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, Luther Burden, rookie wide receiver for the Bears, and Bashal Tutin.
Where's the defense?
We left that off just because it's not important.
Okay.
You-
Also kicker, huh?
Yeah, you don't win your league based on the defense.
Well, who's the defense?
What? I don't even know. The defense is totally unimportant. It's not going to make or break your decision on
Okay.
this. Over to Team B.
Chewy seems to think it does.
It doesn't. Let me tell you that. At quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
He's got fantasy arrogance right there.
All right, hold
Just
on.
because he has 300 teams, all of a sudden, things don't matter. Well, they matter to me.
Many leagues have removed kicker and defense as an option. At quarterback, Jalen Hurts from the Eagles. Running back, Bijan Robinson from the Falcons. Next, we have Chase Brown, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals. At wide receiver, Ladd McConkey for the Chargers. Wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, who is holding out there in Washington. We have tight end, Evan Ingram from the Broncos. Running back, that is a misprint. Running back, Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs. Followed up by Rome Odunze for the wide receiver for the Browns. After that, we have
Bears.
wide receiver Josh Downs from the Indianapolis Colts. Cooper Kupp, wide receiver. He is now a member of the Seahawks. We saw him yesterday at joint practices with the Packers. Followed up by Tank Bigsby, running back from the Jaguars. Tight end Jake Ferguson. As we all know, grandson.
Barry Alvarez.
Yep.
Never
he
heard
nails
that
it.
before.
I don't
He's
know
a
if you've heard
cowboy.
that. If you're unfamiliar.
And Rashad Bateman, wide receiver for the Ravens.
Again, that list is up on our ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream. If you're one of those visual people who likes to see things as opposed to hear things, we are giving you that option as well. I got to be honest with you, early nod for me, Team B. I like Jalen Hurts. He's got the running threat.
Bijan Robinson's probably the
Best running back.
best
At least
running
he
back.
was projected to be. Best running back.
Andrews is better than Ingram.
Okay, fair.
I think Team 1, those receivers are better than
Team A.
Team
one,
A's
TA.
receivers are better than B's. Would you agree?
I love how it's Team 1 and Team B.
Yeah. Just so there's no
One,
confusion.
B, E. Team A has Dak Prescott, Achane, Williams, Collins, Adams, Andrews. Team B has Hurts, Robinson, Brown, McConkey. I also like Ladd McConkey.
He's
Terry
okay.
McLaurin, obviously, there's a
white,
little bit
right?
of.
Ladd McConkey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
White guy from Georgia.
Short passes, a lot of catches, yes.
The list just jumped on me. And then Terry McLaurin, and you mentioned Ingram. And then you've got Isaiah Pacheco on the bench. That's a good little.
But what
I think I'm leaning.
Dak
leaning
and
B.
Hurts head to head. Who are you taking?
Dak and Hurts head to head. I'm taking Hurts.
Yeah, you have to go Hurts.
Why? I mean, Dak 2 years ago was
Because
in the
Hurts-
running for MVP.
Yeah, but this is fantasy football. And Hurts scores
the running,
10-plus touchdowns on the ground
To
every
be
year.
fair,
I got you.
the year he's referring to, Dak Prescott was like a top 5
Fantasy guy?
quarterback. He's not being drafted that because of obviously last year. So the guys with the
Give me
running,
the 2 best receivers on each. Give me A.
Nico Collins, Devontae Adams,
And then
versus
B.
Lad McConkey and Terry McLaurin.
And you don't know about McLaurin, what he's going
They'll
to do.
get it figured out.
Yeah,
There's no question in my mind that that's going to get resolved.
All right, you know who you're going with?
I think I'm going with Team B. What about you?
I'm going with Team A.
Wow.
Split down the middle.
Who's who?
Oh, well, wait.
Okay.
There it is. We made the reveal.
Team A is Joshy. Team B is Gabe.
That's your guy.
I said it right out of the gate.
You did.
I'm with Joshy.
Wow.
Not only did he say it, he backed it up with a blind resume.
So wait, I do think this is
impressive.
very valuable information. Joshy, what was your draft pick? What was your draft order?
I was exactly where I didn't want to be, and that is pick 9. I think if you want
How many
to have
teams in the league?
12.
Okay.
If you want to have the best chance to win your league, you want to pick 1 through 6, which, interesting enough, Gabe Neitzel drafted 3rd. That's what gave him the availability to get to Bijan Robinson.
Who just fell.
First overall?
Really?
No, he was 3rd.
No, I mean
Yeah.
your pick.
Yeah, he
Your
was my first overall pick, yes.
Yes. So
Who was the first running back taken?
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Receivers went 1-2 in ours.
And who went?
It was
Chase?
Chase and then Jefferson.
CD. Oh, Jefferson. I still think that Jefferson is a tricky move when
With-
you have J.J.
yeah.
McCarthy as the quarterback throwing to him. Gabe, I like your team.
Yeah, I eventually I finally drafted Terry McLaurin. Like, he just kept falling because nobody wanted to touch him because of the contract situation. Had to take him. Took a flyer on Cooper Kupp because, well, even though he's not injured now, he's probably going to be injured at some point.
But the best receiver is Nico Collins.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because that was
By a long
Joshy's
shot.
first.
And then our
that was
tight
Joshy's
end-
first pick.
Did I go with A or B?
You went with A. You went with me.
So we got the
Wow.
better tight
You
end.
have the better tight end.
Wow.
You have Mark Andrews.
Happened literally like a minute and a half ago.
There's a couple telltale signs where you can easily tell it's going to be a draft of mine. There's going to be rookies and a lot of wide receivers. That has been a winning. I think the depth of drafts is usually there. So Travis Hunter in the 8th round, 2nd overall pick, who, if you guys missed it, Liam Cohen said is going to be a starter on offense, playing 80% of the snaps,
Wow.
and going to rotate in on defense.
Well, okay.
When you draft a guy 2nd overall and he's really good at wide receiver, and you're an offensive coach, you go, yeah, I want.
He is mine. You're coming right here, pal.
Lots of reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream as well. A lot of people appreciating the effort that you guys put in here. John saying Team B drafted early, Team A drafted later. So there are obvious
Fantasy
distinctions there. No,
Guys who
nothing.
have done
John
enough drafts
Snow
who can tell.
says Nico Collins at 9 is disgusting. Maybe feeling like he fell in
That's,
that draft a little bit.
I think they're saying that's too early, and that's just someone who
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
know
because
ball.
big risk.
Oh, that's the same person going, I would have taken Matthew Golden. Right?
Did Matthew Golden go in
went
our
pretty early.
league?
He went. I would
Right
say
after
he
I
went
took Gold?
earlier than I thought.
He
Yeah.
went right
Well-
after I
Oh,
took
you
Hunter.
took because the receivers went
Yes.
all in a row there. Because then
Yeah.
Golden and then Ted McMillan also went. Like
Yeah.
they went 3 right in a row.
Jaime from Orlando says close with both, but Cup is washed. McLaurin hasn't practiced
Yeah.
and is holding out, and A-Chain is hurt, most likely not playing week 1.
That was bad news I got yesterday morning, less than 12 hours from
After
my
the draft.
Yeah, that
Hold
was-
on, though. That's not our team, though.
A-Chain's your
A-Chan
guy.
is ours. Yeah.
A-Chain's
Okay.
your guy.
But we feel pretty good. Caleb Johnson looked good yesterday. We'll be able to get through a couple weeks.
Okay.
Striker weighing in saying, not going to lie, I think I would take Golden. I don't know. I've been burned by rookie wide receivers. And even as the league, we've talked about this on the show earlier this week, even as fantasy football has evolved to the point where you are now rewarded for these explosive receivers, and we believe that Matthew Golden is wide receiver 1 for Green Bay de facto, I just think that Josh Jacobs is too imposing of a presence right now on that Green Bay Packers team for me to still feel comfortable deferring to anyone. Am I wrong in that?
Well, it's not Josh Jacobs. It's the question of the offensive line. Right? Banged up. Who's going to play left tackle? Banks is...
He'll be fine.
If you believe in Matthew Golden, you're making the bet that I think is a reasonable bet to make, that Matthew Golden makes such a big impression. They are less run heavy because they don't want to be as run heavy, and he's going to be like 1,000-yard wide receiver.
Oh my God, here we go.
The thing with rookies is you want to draft rookies because you want guys who are going to way overachieve what their expectation is. Like the second overall pick in Travis Hunter going in the 8th or 9th round, that's a bet you want to make because people are drafting backups at that point. And that's usually a pretty good winning method.
And then he's playing 80% of the snaps.
Right.
Like you're going to get the opportunity with Travis Hunter.
Just for those following along at home, what weeks will you two be going head-to-head?
Week 3 and Week 14.
Now, the teams could look
Early and
different then,
Way
right?
different. They will, almost assuredly.
But if you had to go into this battle, this matchup with these teams, Week 3.
Week 3, I'm taking Gabe's team.
Why?
Because of the HN news.
The HN news, and because I have rookies on that.
Yeah, but how often do running backs hit it? Once every three games, 4 games?
A guy like Bijan every game. he's going to.
That's why he's the number 3 pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he also catches passes.
I think by week 13, my team's going to end up being a lot better because the rookies will then have defined roles. But you think Aaron Rodgers is going to trust a rookie running back week 3 of the NFL season? Ain't a chance.
Nope.
No.
He's probably not going to have a choice come week 13. But yeah, that's just sort of how it goes. You have to kind of wade it through.
All right, the bell has rung. We have shown the teams. We now know who drafted which roster, and I am lining up with Gabe, and Chewy's lining up with Joshy. Should be a fun fantasy football season. Thanks for doing that dirty work for us, Gabe and Josh, at the fantasy football draft on Wednesday night. We got to get to Jason Wilde. He's coming up next. Wow, was it an active Packers practice or what? Packers scrimmaging with the Seahawks and skirmishing, apparently, as well. We'll talk about that with Jason Wilde right after this.
Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. You can experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. They've got a great team over there. They are going to take care of you and your business. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
It's still a quiet ride around the area. Really, the only delays I'm seeing is going to be just right past North Avenue on northbound 41. Other than that, we are moving along pretty well. Full freeway speeds across the rest of the system. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Mostly sunny and warmer, a high of 80 tonight. Slight chance for a shower or isolated thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy, a low of 66. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
As a young player, what you're trying to do is you're trying to stack success. And you're trying to stack that because that gives you more opportunities to get more opportunities. And he earned that.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This is what we're talking about. And then you get the injury report, and you just can't catch a break. And that same thing is happening on steroids to Lloyd.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
The dance of sunlight on water. Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
Always good to get the latest from Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing on this Friday?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
We're good. What should we take away from how feisty things were yesterday in the Packers joint practice with the Seahawks?
Yeah, nothing. Although I will say this, Xavier McKinney really liked it. Now, Xavier McKinney only did individual drills, so he wasn't actually involved in the scuffles. But he said, look, this is who we want to be. It's part of their desire to be more physical and intimidating. And so he liked the fact that, they stood up for each other and got after the opponent and all that. My favorite line was from Keyshawn Nixon, who was like, why are you guys surprised that there were fights at a joint practice? He said, what was surprising was that there wasn't one in Indy, which I thought was pretty good perspective because there's usually some of this stuff. But I will say, I was down at the end with the Packers offense against the Seahawks defense. And those were really good fights. Like, Chewy, you had some in your day. I remember in 2019, I was just texting with Tim Van Boren trying to remember who the safety was for the Texans. But on the second day, during a thud period, he laid out Jay Sternberger. I mean, absolutely crushed him. And that set off a big-time fight. And then I don't remember at what point it was in Sitton's career. It was after Bulaga was there, though, because Bulaga was on the field for it. There was a huge fight, and it was, Packers on Packers, and Sitton was like running around the field with his helmet off, like ready to use it as a weapon. So there have been other big fights, but yesterday was interesting. It spiced things up, but I wouldn't read too much into it.
Jason, I see Jordan Love in 7-on-7 red zone went 3 for 12. That is terrible. Is that the receivers or was that decision making? Were you there for that period?
I was. I want to publicly thank Jordan and Matt LaFleur, because usually when I'm doing Wilde and Tausch from the sideline, they have all the good stuff happening at the opposite end of the field. And yesterday, both of the offensive fights and all 9 of Jordan's incompletions and 3 completions were, I had like the best seats in the house. Other than the fact that maybe the people that were behind the fence when the second fight spilled in, I mean, it went up against the fence. Like it was like a UFC match, like they were in the octagon. I think it was a combination of things. And by the way, one of the 3 completions he had was a touchdown to Kraft where the defender fell down. So, I could have made that throw. Again, I know, and I came around and said, sure, this is valuable, and I'm sorry for being a helicopter beat writer. So there was value in it, but yeah, it wasn't good. And 7-on-7 is supposed to be very heavily weighted toward the offense. And in the previous ones he did, on Tuesday, he cooked. It was like 10 for 11 or 11 for 12. And this was in the red zone. And we asked Jordan about it afterward. And yeah, the windows are tighter and everything else. But, there were some, I will say this too, like the defense gets paid too. And, multiple pass breakups by the Seahawks. So, it was a good period, not for him, but in terms of competitively. And I think you probably learn a little bit more from not being successful than you learn from going against your own guys and going 11 for 12 with 8 touchdowns.
Our conversations with Jason Wilde brought to you by Lakeland Supply. They're in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment, lakelandsupply.com. Going back to the fights, Jason, Keyshawn Nixon told someone they were talking crazy for a bald person. Is he going to have a problem with our buddy Rob Demoski for the rest of the year?
Well, yeah, they asked him about that. Matt Steinman from The Athletic and Rob went over there and asked him if he was referring to Rob. He wasn't. So I don't think that will be an issue. I believe Keyshawn's explanation was the guy that was bald was like 21 years old. And so apparently he was, he's got nice flowing locks. He's very lucky that way.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you offended because you're trending in the wrong direction here or
Me?
what? Yeah.
I'm not offended. I thought it was funny that he just tried to be like, oh, did I say that? And then like, oh, he's 21 and bald. There's a difference. So he clearly remembered saying it. Jason.
Okay.
I don't know about that. Like they gave him, I mean, they asked Gabe, I could play back the tape for you. They were like, he started his press session with us and those two like asked all about Rob. And if it involved Rob, like it wasn't about the fight. Like that was how it started. And they gave him multiple prompts to help him remember. Because I said, when you start talking trash, how much do you like remember after the fact that you're saying? And he said a lot of times he blacks out. And I can actually see that, right? Like you get that riled up and you start saying stuff. You're saying some crazy stuff yourself. So, again, by the way, I feel like Chewy's gentle but still very good shot at you there deserved a little more attention, and we just kept going right past it, which is a little disappointing. But I don't look. It is funny to me, not the bald part. Forget that for a second. The fact that this then spilled over into after the practice was over.
Yeah.
Like that to me was even more amazing. Like they were, they had like all come together and they'd had their little, hey, 1, 2, 3, love or whatever they were yelling. And then it like I had walked over to Mike McDonald's press conference. So like, I saw somebody texted me and said, "Hey, there's another fight." I'm like, "What? Practice has been over for like 9 minutes." It never actually got physical again, but there were definitely people that were jawing, and Elton Jenkins, you know, whether it's a less than stellar atmosphere at an Atlanta strip club or a joint practice, he probably needs to get his temper under control a little bit. Because he also got kicked out of the Cincinnati joint practice a couple of years ago. And there's some confusion as to whether he was told he was kicked out of practice because he was part of the fight with Zach Tom, or if his back started to act up and they pulled him for 2 minutes. But they ran 2 minutes without both Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins, and they were already without Aaron Banks for that. So they were missing 3 of their 5 starters.
You know what's crap, though, Jason? Behind closed doors, coaches love it. They love it.
No doubt.
They love it. They love it. They love it. Okay? They can say whatever they want in a press conference and stuff, but they're sitting in those meetings going, yeah, I like the attitude of this offensive line.
Why does Zach Tom think he's going to get fined?
Getting kicked out of practice?
I mean, because if coaches love it, like the team wouldn't actually fine him. You know, that was one of the things Tom seemed concerned about after practice, Jason, was that, I think I'm going to get fined. I'm going to have to appeal this fine. I hope they have video of it.
Yeah, my favorite part was that he said, I hope they have the full film of it, right? Because I believe he felt like he was antagonized by Ernest Jones, who, again, I find it preposterous that, and I'm glad that fans are able to do this, by the way. This is not a complaint. But I love the fact that fans in the stands are able to record whatever they want, and we're not. Like again, like I said, those fights were right in front of me. I would have had some great Zapruder film for that, and unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do that. So the second fight I would also add was, I thought, worse than the first, and so I do like the fact that Zach Tom wants to make sure that all video evidence has been collected. I don't know if he's going to hire David Gruber or what his plan is legally, but he believes that he was antagonized. Look, and I did not see this, I only saw the fight start, but if Ernest Jones was in the Packers huddle after a play going after one of the other offensive linemen, I think Zach Tom's got a pretty good self-defense argument.
Yep.
Jason, obviously the final preseason game is this Saturday. Is there anybody who has made a case for themselves to make this roster that maybe you didn't think they would at the beginning, or they've surprised you with what they've done in training camp and in the games that fans can kind of key on in that game this weekend?
Yeah, well, this Matthew Golden fellow's pretty good, so keep an eye on him. I think he's got a chance of being all right.
You listening, Chew?
Yeah, 45.
But there's a couple of guys. Look, I don't think Isaiah Simmons has had a great camp. He and Bo Melton are their number one flyers on punt coverage, which I've never seen a guy the size of Isaiah Simmons be a gunner. So that tells me, you always got to keep an eye. What I've learned over the years is you always got to keep an eye on the special teams units, because that's a pretty good indicator of guys that are going to make the team. But Christian Welch, I still can't get over the fact, here's a guy who grew up in Wisconsin, an hour from Lambeau Field, had arguably the best camp of any defensive player last year on the team, and still got cut. And whether it was Ted or Ron or Sherman or Goody before last year, I had never once heard a general manager say he should have made the team. And it's very hard to look a guy in the eye when he should have made the team and cut him. And Goody did. And now Christian Welch is back again, and he has had another really good camp. He's on the number one special teams units on all 4 of the units. So if he doesn't make the team again, I would assume that he will turn in his Packers fan card from his youth and burn his Brett Favre jersey in a small ceremony outside of his Iola, Wisconsin home because he belongs on this roster.
Jason, is there a position where they'll be looking at the waiver wire on Tuesday?
Well, look, I hate their depth on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I and it's been exposed, and they can all say, well, we'll get everybody together and it'll be fine. I was asking Zach Tom after all the fight questions about that. And I like their top 6, right? I think they've got 6 starting caliber guys, which is more than some teams have. But as we have seen, like when my favorite was during minicamp and Donovan Jennings worked with the number 1 offensive line, and Matt LaFleur, I think he knows who he is, but he didn't even know that Donovan Jennings was working with the number 1 offensive line. Like, you wouldn't have thought that losing Travis Glover to a season-ending shoulder injury based on how he played against Philly was going to be a real problem, but it's a real problem. Like, they have even last year, at least they had that former first-round pick, Andre Dillard, who had played in the league, right? And so he was their 7th or 8th guy, but if you needed him, he was there. And they just don't have anybody like that. So, I don't think there's a lot of good offensive linemen that get cut at the end of camp. I do like the new technique that teams have done in the last several years where you trade a draft pick and then you get in exchange for a player and a lower draft pick. So it's kind of like Ron Wolf used to trade guys for, quote, past considerations, which would just allow him to give a player to a guy that he likes that runs another team and keep that player away from rival teams. So I think they're looking there. I still think they're going to look corner. But again, how many teams are cutting good corners? Probably not a lot.
Jason, last thing before we let you go, you saw the exchange between Kay Adams and Matt LaFleur, right, about Romeo Doubs?
Josh told me about that. I saw Kay Adams walk in with security, which I didn't. I'm going to start having security.
Ooh.
Take me everywhere.
Joshy, can you pull up?
I hear Chewy's.
I'm for hire.
Right? Yeah, Chewy's available for hire.
That would require him going out in public and
from 10 till 2.
I was going to say
she would have been better off with you. You cut a much more imposing figure than the security person you have.
There's
Anyway,
going to be
ahead.
major caveats if Chewy is your security guard. So, Joshy, go ahead and give us that sound from Matt LaFleur.
What does Romeo Doubs have to do to not have rumors about him being cut from this team?
Rome's not. I'd be very shocked if he ever was going anywhere.
There's words about that.
No, that will not happen.
Can you sort of explain why so confidently?
Because Rome is out there competing and doing everything that we need to see from him, and obviously he's played a lot of ball for us and at a high level, and he's been a great teammate, and he goes out there and you can count on him every day.
Okay, hell of an endorsement from the coach on Romeo Doubs. I also don't think that anybody thought that Romeo Doubs was getting cut. I don't see it all. I don't hear it all. I'm going to be very clear. Like, maybe I missed this one. Willing to admit that.
No, you didn't miss one. But I would just say this, and I don't know Kay Adams from. Well, I mean, I know Devontae Adams, so I actually know him much better. But I can't imagine. I don't have to do this. I don't have to know all 32 teams. I know the Packers, and then I study up on their opponent for the week, right? And I, go and find out that Shamar John Charles is on the Seahawks roster. So that to me, it's hard for me to criticize because I don't have to do that kind of stuff. But that is like if you have seen training camp, which she hasn't, Romeo Doubs has had almost as good of a camp as Matthew Golden. Secondly, all the other guys haven't practiced. Like, you're not going to move on from a guy while the rest of the guys are all coming back from injury. Third, the issue with Romeo Doubs is not them moving on from him now. The issue for Romeo Doubs is, after what happened last year, their reluctance to sign him to an extension because they don't know what they're going to get with him. Look, he's a different guy, and that's the politest way I can say it. But the guy's a really good player. Like, on 3rd and 7, the first person Jordan Love is looking to is him. So, that we all have questions we'd like to have back. I wouldn't look at social media and faux beat writers or podcasters who make decisions on players and use that to formulate my questions to Matt LaFleur. But again, I'm there every day, and that is not something that has even come close to entering my mind. Had all those other wide receivers stayed healthy, and had they all had really good camps, maybe, and this is a colossal maybe, the Packers look and say, hey, we can get something for Dobbs at the end of camp, and we feel really good about what Savion Williams has done for us, or where Wicks and Reed are at because they had really strong camps. But none of that happened. They need Romeo Dobbs. They need Romeo Dobbs to start for them, frankly. Like yesterday, when they ran their first 11-on-11 play, they were 3 wides, and because of where they're at injury-wise, it was Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, and Mecole Hardman.
Who may not even be on the team this time next week.
Right. I don't think, maybe, I guess. But the bottom line is, if you're trotting out on the first play a 3 wide receiver set against the Lions, and you've released Romeo Dobbs, and you're trotting out there Mecole Hardman and Matthew Golden and my guy Yukon Cornelius Johnson from Michigan, I don't like your chances. So I'm not here to trash anybody. I would just say that that's a mulligan, and you'd probably like to have that question back.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us. And thank you so much. Sorry, Josh, you jumped in my ear. I got distracted. Sorry, Josh. I got it, Josh. Thanks for hanging out with us, Jason. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be good.
Sorry, I was not expecting that.
I thought you were moved.
by what Jason had to say?
Very strong endorsement of Romeo Dobbs.
If you're
you really thought he was gone.
If you're looking to bring more organization and beauty to your home, I cannot recommend Closets by Design enough. I've been working with Doug and his team in Mequon for the past few months. They helped me design a warm, incredible space for my closet. And look, the older I get, guys, the more clutter and disorganization really affects me. It jams me up. And that closet space, whoa, it was disorganized. So Doug and his team came in. They said, what do you need? What do you want? How can we make this better for you? And they did. They are a leader in custom storage solutions since 1982, combining quality, beauty, and a true commitment to customer satisfaction. National brand, yes, but they are also local because they're based right here in southeastern Wisconsin, and they have a showroom in Mequon that you can go see if you need inspiration. If you're ready to get organized, call Closets by Design in Mequon and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 41 slowing down now from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive, actually technically down to Burleigh. Northbound is slowing down from Watertown Plank Road up past North Avenue. Westbound 94 seeing delays from 35th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's got a pocket of heavy traffic just east of 76th Street heading towards Hawley Road. Northbound 4394 slowing from Oklahoma Avenue up to Lincoln. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Severe weather has arrived. Don't be left with no power. For power, peace of mind. For your home or business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny and warmer, a high of 80. Tonight, slight chance for a shower or isolated thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy with a low of 66. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
IndyCar is back at the Milwaukee Mile August 23rd and 24th. The Snap-on Milwaukee Mile 250 weekend features a high-stakes NTT IndyCar Series race, and the free fan zone will be buzzing with energy all weekend long. Don't miss out on the non-stop action. Get your tickets now for an electrifying IndyCar weekend at the Snap-on Milwaukee Mile 250, August 23rd and 24th at Wisconsin State Fair Park.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 59. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
The other side of the world, and I'll let you know if I want to come back and coach your little game.
Jay Peterman.
Ian Rappaport tweeting yesterday, and I thought this was interesting. The Broncos the last few weeks. You guys done?
I got more.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Discover Proof Pizza at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. It's in the heart of Milwaukee's Theater District. This modern pizzeria delivers Neapolitan-style pies, a bold grill menu, and old-school hospitality in a sleek, art-inspired setting. Whether you're craving a quick lunch or a relaxed evening bite, Proof Pizza is your go-to downtown destination. You can dine in, unwind, and savor flavor that hits just right. And if you mention Jen Latta when you walk into Proof Pizza, they're going to give you 10% off your order. Learn more at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com. All right, Joshy had this question for us this morning, which I really like. Because I think this is one of those, like, shopping cart mentalities. Returning your shopping cart, you know, the whole, like, philosophy. So you're at the casino, much like we were on Wednesday night for the ESPN Milwaukee Fantasy Football Draft, and your buddy hands you $200, and he says he's winning, right? He's winning at the tables or whatever it is, and he hands you a chip, and he says, "Why don't you go play? Why don't you go have some fun?" So you take the $200 from your buddy, you go play, and you win big. I don't know if you turned it into cash and you went to the slots, or you were playing craps or roulette or maybe blackjack. I don't know, but you win big.
Yeah, I think the importance here is it's like a grand prize. You know how casinos put on those big, you're winning multiple hundreds of thousands or even up into the $1 million.
I think it could be over 1,000. Anything over 1,000 is a big prize.
You got to fill out paperwork for over 1,000.
Correct.
Yeah, I think
the government is going to get their share.
I think it has to surpass a certain amount, because in this event, this person has won so much money already. They're like peeling you off $200 and being like, "Here, go ahead. Like, go have fun. You lost. You didn't have as good luck as I did."
So what is your responsibility?
It's
to split the pot.
It's Kanish from Rounders. I'll stake you the money. If you lose, you don't owe me anything, but if I'll take half of your earnings. Fair, right?
Seems like the fair way to go.
Sure. Yeah?
I think you have to split with your pal.
Yes.
It's like seed money. Right? Like, if you start a business, they give you a little seed money. The expectation is that if you turn it into something, they get a cut.
I think there's a tiered process here. So you take the 200, you win, let's say 1,200. I think the expectation is you probably give your buddy back his 200, and then if you, out of the goodness of your heart, 100 or extra 200 there.
No, you got to give him 6.
I don't think in this event the way you are. I'm approaching it is this person has already won thousands. An extra $200, $400 isn't really going to make or break their day.
Well, if they say no, they say no, but I'm offering it.
Yeah, you can do it, but I don't think the expectation is the same. If you're talking hundreds of thousands, say you win $1.5 million.
Yeah.
I think it changes everything, and that's a 50-50 split right down the middle.
Well, then
Wait, so you're saying the more you win,
Yes.
the more you have to.
Yes.
And I'm saying the less you win, the more it makes sense because it's not like a game changing amount. Like if it was $1,000, if it was $2,000, to me that's like, hey, we both had a good day. Like let's walk out of here with some cash.
Wait, but if you like hit some ridiculous like $500,000 parlay, you're not splitting that?
No, I still would. I
Okay.
still would split. I'm saying that I think for most people though, that's where it gets dicey. I think for a lot of people, then you're going, $5 million? Yeah, I'll see you later. Like, because to be honest, legally, I don't think you have any obligation to give them that money back. And I think that's when people's sort of, bad thoughts take over.
Ooh. That would be an interesting legal case. Like, oh, hey, I gave you the
Well,
money.
number one, the
you
guy
won
that's
it.
giving you the money is going to say, hey, we had it, even if they didn't.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, they lie in court. I don't know if you know that.
What?
Yes, they do lie.
But you're under oath. They still lie?
Still lie.
What?
So my guess is, yeah, the guy's probably going to get half.
The thing that comes to me is I would feel bad not doing the 50-50 if I won $5 million because not saying you're retiring for life on the split of, after taxes, the 2.5, but that's significantly changing like people's lives forever.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what something that like, I'm sure your buddy would be more than happy with $1 million, but I wouldn't want the burden of being like, did I really need to take 4 and only give him 1?
Well, I think here's the other thing, right? So you take the $200, you go and you turn it into $5 million, let's just say. Man, there are people out there who are not telling a soul.
Yes.
Right? Like, I'm on the other side of the casino, and I just, woo, 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 and we're filling out the paperwork, and I am walking out of there, and I'm going, food poisoning. You know what I mean? Like, not me. I'm saying there are people who are going to do that and say, and then all of a sudden you're going, hey, is that a new car? Oh, did you guys put a pool
Nice
in?
house. Again, like this is, the premise of this, it's a buddy of yours. Like if I find myself in a casino with a friend, chances are it's not a peripheral friend, right? Like if somebody's giving you this money, the chances are you're pretty good buddies.
I don't know. Things get pretty crazy. Money starts flying around.
That's what I mean. I think the bigger the number gets, I think the more people are like uncomfortable. Again, I'm splitting 50-50 with my pal. I'm splitting 50-50 with my pal.
Literally would not be able to sleep if I tried to like hide that.
Because again, I think the next thing, Joshy, that you're referencing is also you start tiering your friendships and you start convincing yourself that they're not that good of a friend. Like we're pals, we're casino pals, but we're not like close friends. You start doing that whole mind manipulation to justify your decision.
When was the last time he had me over for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking specifically, me and my friends after our fantasy draft go to Potawatomi every single time. And there's been times where there's so much money floating around, it like makes me uneasy. And it's not uncommon for them to look to somebody next to them at the blackjack table who's having a rough go and they're having a great go and just toss them a couple $100 and be like, I'm up X amount. This money is insignificant to me at this point, and you lost all yours.
Do you laugh at your friends when they lose?
No, I don't do that because that could be a bad day.
Do you?
Of course.
I feel like there's karma waiting to come back and bite you in the ass.
That's why I don't gamble.
But other things can go sideways, buddy. It's not just not just the gambling. Dave from Aaron weighing in on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. You split a massive pot, but what do you do with the original 200? Do you give them back the 200? Do you give them back the seed money?
The 200 is part of the 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we're talking millions.
Yeah, the 200's relatively insignificant at that
but
point.
But again, I can see people who win the big pot, walk back over to their buddy, hand them the 200 and go, we're square. And then walk out of the casino.
I assure you there's people who are either in the talk and text line or the YouTube chat saying they get 200 and that's it. I don't think that's the right way to go.
No.
And I would have a hard time living with myself.
And you're probably not going to be a friend for very long.
No, and that's a good way to end up in litigation.
I mean, you hear all kinds of stories, though.
Well,
about
lottery.
Guys, I was just gonna
lottery.
say, people who win the lottery and
Yeah.
who bought the ticket, but it was a gift, who scratched it off, and then all of a sudden the relationship that seemed like it was going so well, poof, the person ghosts and goes and moves to Miami, hypothetically speaking, of course. Like this is,
Not that you've thought of this.
not me, but like this is stories that you see on the Daily Mail and TMZ and all of these other type of spots. 800-990-3776. Your pal slides you $200 at the casino. They're winning. They're having a good time. That's why they're willing to give you $200. Hey, take this, go have some fun. And you win the jackpot. What are you doing with that money? Are you splitting it 50-50? We're going to go ahead and put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. We've got Craig Karmazin coming up next here on Jen, Gabe. We don't have Craig Karmazin coming up next.
We've got another break before that.
Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And I will tell you guys about ESPN. You can stream all of ESPN all in one place. It has changed the game for many sports fans. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, originals, too many to even name them all, plus all great new features like watching 4 games at once in multi-view, your fantasy team updates live in-game, SportsCenter customized just for you, the thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. So sign up for the all-new ESPN app right now.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
They just come back. That game was symbolic of this team, which doesn't have the kind of players like the Cubs do or maybe the Dodgers, where you think they can always come back.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
Because they're that good. This team always can come back, and they got nobodies.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to gnc.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, is
Caldwell's right now. Buy 2 windows and get 2 free. No interest for 5 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
A freaking catapult attached to his right hip. Like, I just made that up. A catapult.
That was good.
I kind of liked it. I was rolling with it, Rob.
Like a slingshot? What's the even sound?
I'm calling old catapult leg from here on out.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Some are calling it the 1,000-year storm. Recent flooding has affected everyone in our community, and at the Ewald Automotive Group, they would like to help. Their entire team is ready to do what they can to get you back on the road. Now through Labor Day, they're offering $1,000 in flood assistance toward any used vehicle at any Ewald location. For over 60 years, they've been a part of this great community, and they'll get through this how we always have, together. Visit them, ewaldauto.com. See dealer for details. This expires September 2nd. It's one of my favorite things of working with Ewald. Not only have they taken care of me in my Ewald Jeep, it's the place I've always trusted since I've moved to Milwaukee, but the community stuff always matters to them at Ewald Automotives. Check them out, ewaldauto.com. Craig Karmazin coming up next.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 41 slowing down now from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive, actually technically down to Burleigh. Northbound is slowing down from Watertown Plank Road up past North Avenue. Westbound 94 seeing delays from 35th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's got a pocket of heavy traffic just east of 76th Street heading towards Hawley Road. Northbound 4394 slowing from Oklahoma Avenue up to Lincoln. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Severe weather has arrived. Don't be left with no power. For power peace of mind for your home or business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny and warmer, a high of 80. Tonight, slight chance for a shower or isolated thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy with a low of 66. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Catholic Memorial Football is back this Friday.
Dustin Roach is going to take it all the way into the end zone.
The Crusaders open the season on ESPN Milwaukee, Friday night against Franklin.
Oh, it's picked off again.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, DM Accounting and Consulting Services, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, Home Seal Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune into the action Friday night starting at 6:45 on 94.5 ESPN and streaming online at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals, too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features, like watching 4 games at once in multi-view, your fantasy team updates live in-game, Sports Center customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. You gotta check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Karmazin.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No.
Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champion.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. The AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, it's going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Karmazin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend Friday.
Craig Karmazin hanging out in studio with us, talking about golf, talking about Strahan. And
Because somebody's big time on Good Morning America.
That's right. That's right. I've had a bunch of people in the YouTube stream who are like, "Why does Jen have makeup on today? Why does Jen have her hair done?
Wait, have
Why
you ever
is
been
Jen?"
on Good Morning America?
I've never been on
That's
Good Morning
cool.
America.
Are you nervous, or are you not at this point because you're like so big time?
What a weird question for me to have to answer. I'm not nervous. No, I'm excited. I get to talk about Week 0 college football and give them a little preview and
Chewy, would
get
you be
people
nervous?
excited.
Would you be nervous if you're on Good Morning America?
No. I don't
Would
think.
you, Gabe? You
Oh,
would
of course.
be.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Because you're
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we were just talking about Is Strahan doing the interview?
I don't think so.
I mean, I know I played against him, played in Pro Bowls with him. Solid guy, great guy.
But you've kind of taken shots at his career.
Well, if he's in the Hall of Fame, then
No,
See what I'm saying?
But Chewy's argument there is like, yeah, I think I could go in and do brain surgery with Keith Jackson because I played football against him.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Chewy thinks he can do all of those things. He's the guy who told us he can land a plane. And
well, you guys found out that I'm on Apothecary. You know what Apothecary is?
That's like
we didn't
drugs,
find
right?
that out. You claimed that you were.
Joshy agreed.
that you're an apothecary. I want to make sure I'm following
yeah,
this.
that's one of my many degrees.
You have apothecary
I mean,
skills.
it's not a credited degree.
Are you a haberdasher?
Clothes.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
a haberdasher?
Person who
Clothes.
delivers your
Like-
food to you.
Craig went to a
That's a
haberdasher to sure to get
DoorDasher.
those clothes.
Wait.
Speaking of which,
Wait,
and
by
I
the
wanted
way,
to ask
when
you this.
Go
ahead.
When I asked you if you were a haberdasher, did you say close, like you're almost,
said
or did you say
clothes.
clothes?
Yeah.
Either way, that kind of works.
You ever been in a fight? Jen's been in a fight.
Never.
I've been in multiple fights. Gabe has never been in a fight. Joshy, my guess, would probably has been.
Yes.
You?
I'm not really. Someone once almost tried to sucker punch me and then didn't.
What, they missed?
No.
Chickened out.
Like,
So in my
like they raised their fist and decided, no, I'm not going to?
It's one of my daughter's favorite story. In my high school, there was a gang.
Jean Jacket Gang. We had that.
They were called Manor for Life.
Ooh.
And basically, they lived in the Manor housing projects.
Oh, it was not manners. I was confused. Please and thank you. I was like,
They're like, hey, man, you use the salad fork for your regular food at lunch. You're out of here.
that's right.
No, it was the Manor housing projects. And they had a thing, like an initiation ritual, where if you just basically snuck someone in the hallway, it was called, that the next 5 guys that they saw would each give you $1, so you'd get $5. It was called $5 a pop. And if you just snuck someone in the hallway, you'd get $5 and you'd be initiated into the gang Manor for Life. And so I was just like walking down the hallway one day, turning around a corner, and I saw a fist. And that's like, you always know, like, how am I going to react? Like, how am I going to, like, do it? I, like, just curled up into a ball and, like, was like, didn't know what to do.
What are you, a possum?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It's where I trained.
Armadillo.
Because I thought the fights at awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think your offensive line should do that.
Yeah.
Even if they get fined.
And real quick, and basically the guy was just like, before he punched me, he just like stopped and he was like, oh, wait, you're on the basketball team, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, whoever. And he introduced himself to me, and I didn't get punched in the face.
He introduced himself instead?
Yeah.
It's weird. Saved by basketball, though, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what else are you hot on right now? Brewers, obviously.
They needed 2 out of 5. That's what I said going into the series. I feel like it would have gotten a little tight if they had lost 4 out of 5. I feel like losing 3 out of 5 was fine. Like, they're in great shape. There's no reason to sweat anything.
Don't worry about the tiebreaker? You're not worried
No,
about the tiebreaker?
not worried about.
Well, because,
For what? For who? No, we're not
Because
worried
the
about
math is,
tiebreakers.
if the Brewers play 500 baseball the rest of the way, go 17-17, the Cubs have to go 24-10 to catch the Brewers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about tiebreakers right
But
now.
you thought they were going to go 2-5 in this
No, 2
series.
and 3. 2 and 3.
2 and
It's
3.
Yeah, and that's what they did.
Oh, okay.
They won 2 out of the 5 games.
So you're with me on the reset thing. They needed a little reset.
I'm not saying they needed it, but I think to some degree I'm with you that like the fans almost did. Like, you know, they lost the game. It's like, hey, Perkins needs to be benched. They suck. Like I think like you have to realize like you don't win every single game. Like the fans needed a reset. I don't know if the team did.
You should have seen the I don't know what it was, the letter, text, tweet, whatever it was, the guy from Kentucky that said they need to send Miz down to the
that guy,
AAA.
yes. Yeah, I had that
Like-
text yesterday about how Miz isn't good. He's taking up somebody's roster
I
spot
love
who
delusional
deserves
fans.
deserves to be here. He's no good. Send
Well,
him
I don't think
down.
he'll start in the postseason, and I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
What?
Like, I don't know. I don't think he'll start in the
You
postseason.
mean based on how he's performing right now?
No, just in general. I think.
Really?
I just think his arm coming out of the bullpen. Like, if you think about how solid and reliable their starters are,
That
for
makes
him
me
to come out of the
nervous.
bullpen for an inning or two, what would make you nervous?
That's
him
a
out of the
hot
bullpen
take.
or him starting? I didn't even realize that was a hot take. I thought that was like.
I just don't. I mean, I've always thought that that's a possibility. It all kind of depends because they've been hush hush on what the innings limit is going to be for him, and that's a way to, if he's approaching the innings limit, to still have him be a part of the team, be somebody that they can bring out of the bullpen.
It's the playoffs. They're making a push for the World Series. I don't care about it.
But don't you think that's a way to have like this shutdown guy who's unhittable versus
Out of
a
the
guy,
bullpen?
Yeah, a guy who is still figuring it out where every game matters so much. Do you really want
Let's
to
just see what happens over the last month of the season. That's what I'll say. Let's see what happens over the last month of the season before I'm willing to subscribe to this idea of you should have Miz come out of the bullpen instead of having him start games.
Game 5 versus the Cubs, okay? Let's say it's NLDS Game 5 against the Cubs. You want Miz or you want Quintana?
I want Miz.
You want Miz?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Quintana's been there, and I feel like he's been trustworthy in the big spots.
With a short leash.
But here's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm saying.
All
You're
you
gonna
need is 5 innings.
You don't want
I
that
think
many
Quintana can give you
variables.
5 innings.
I don't think you want that many variables with a young kid. Already, it's going to be postseason baseball. You've got that in everything gets amplified. Everything is just like that much more tight. Now you're also changing his role from being a starting guy to a reliever.
You're like 5th, 6th guy and like dominate and then lead you into the bullpen.
To Jen's point, the thing that I would be most concerned about if they changed his role is it is different to get yourself ready starting versus I have no idea if I'm pitching today.
Right.
Like that's just a
And I'm
different
not saying they
mentality,
would
and
do
he's
it.
never been a reliever. Like so he's never had to do it. So asking him to do something that he's never done before in the highest pressure situation.
And are you only bringing him in when it's clean, or are you putting him out there when there's guys on, where he's inheriting runners? Like I think all of those things.
I think if you want to make an opener and he goes 2 or 3 innings, and then you pair him with a Quintana who comes in after.
That's what I was going to say.
I think you can do that, but
that's an interesting angle.
What if they said, all right, you 2 pitchers are going 6? I don't know how you're doing it. Short leash.
Right, like Miz until you give up like 5 base runners, you're going.
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly do that in
nice
the
problem to
postseason because
have.
you have the extra off days
Yeah.
built in.
I mean, there's so much depth on this staff, and Priester, like these guys you can just count on. There's Freddie, Woody, Priester, Quintana are so reliable. I mean, Miz is so dominant, but those other 4 are so reliable, and I don't know in which series you're using 4 versus 3. Like, I don't know.
Do you need him to gain any experience, though, as a starter where, pressure is on, it's postseason baseball?
You don't think the bullpen, the pressure's on?
No, of course it is. But I'm saying, like, if your goal for him long term is to be a starter for this team, which I don't even know if you're arguing that.
Yeah,
Maybe you're
I
saying.
definitely see him as an ace of this staff. Long term, right?
Gabe, let me ask you, what is the equivalent, you know how they talk in the NFL of, all right, you hit the playoffs, everything speeds up.
Mhm.
What's the equivalent in baseball?
What do you mean? I mean, everything's going to speed up. Like, the pressure's just on in the postseason. Because, again, like,
Does
Miz
it
gave
slow
up-
down, though?
No, I
Because
think
the game slows down.
I think the thing
I think it
is that
speeds
like
up.
you're not going to face, unless you're a crazy dominant pitcher, you're not going to face them 3 times, right? So every at bat, you're facing a really tough pitcher who's really fresh.
Like
every batter who's coming out, you know.
So when Miz came out because he gave up the 3 runs, I don't think there's any chance in a playoff game he's coming out to pitch the next inning. Like, he's just done. Like, they probably hook him in the middle of that inning.
Even though he's
postseason
given up
game.
1 hit, right? Hadn't he only given up 1 hit? At
Yeah,
that
but
point?
when you can't hit water, if you fell out of a boat in terms of the strike zone, the hook is going to be relatively short.
I guess I also worry that, like, and again, he seems to, from an emotional and a mental standpoint, be very tough. But I guess I worry also that by moving him to the bullpen, even though it might be what you think is in the best interest of the team, I don't want any self-doubt to creep into a young kid's head about, well, maybe I'm not cut out for this gig. Maybe
I'm thinking about that's such an important, like, just having remembered all those years. Like, Mariano Rivera was like the middle reliever, then he became the closer. Like, there's different roles as you're coming up through the system and as you're like doing things. So
he's not a future closer, right?
Correct.
You don't think that about Miz?
I'm building toward being a starter. I'm just thinking he's already pitched more innings than he's ever pitched before, and he could be so dominant, and he could know the batters he's facing, and he could be so prepared. I didn't know this was a hot take. I thought, like, a guy like him would be perfect right now to be a 2-inning guy potentially out of the bullpen.
See, my concern is because when you get to a big game and you're a good team in the playoffs in football, you get more nervous than a regular season game. Now, if you've been there, then you're like, okay, you can come. But for a rookie to go, it's a different deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Greg, good to have you in studio with us. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. And really interesting. I really think this is interesting. I think we should dive into this as the season goes on a little bit more because
GMA.
I gotta go. I gotta go get on the Zoom. Finding the right home is a journey. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes you have to be patient, but it should always be an exciting time for you. The We Sell Group at Keller Williams understands that. They're not just about closing deals. They're about building relationships and helping you find the right fit. Whether you're ready to move right now or you're just starting to look, or maybe you're thinking about selling, the We Sell Group is on the journey with you every step of the way. Start your journey today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got a crash now, westbound 94, just past Sunny Slope Road. It is off on the left shoulder, so something to keep in mind there. Eastbound 94 is backing up a bit from about Hawley Road through the Stadium interchange. Northbound 41, slowing from Watertown Plank Road up to Capitol. Southbound slow from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. Otherwise, everything else is looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by InfinityExteriors.com, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit InfinityExteriors.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny and warmer, a high of 80. Tonight, slight chance for showers and isolated thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies, a low of 66. Today's forecast, sunny skies and winning shine. Get your first car wash free at TsunamiExpress.com just in time for game day. Tsunami Express, wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to former NBA veteran Gary Trent Sr. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can answer the question.
What's the question?
Can the Packers win without Aaron Jones on Sunday?
Yes. Will you stop? You know what he is? He's like the little devil on the shoulder.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Let me tell you about a new partner here at ESPN Milwaukee, Events by Design. Boost culture with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. I've seen them do what they do best. They were out at the ESPN Milwaukee Golf Outing. They were doing walk-up songs for everybody on the 14th hole. I've seen them help put on the Bucks soiree. So they can do so many different things with their creative team at Events by Design. And they truly enjoy the work they do, believing that every event should not just be successful, but also fun. And one that people are going to still be talking about years later. They implement fresh ideas in every detail from planning to production. And for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped companies execute successful events. Retain top talent by investing in your culture today and have somebody help plan those great events. Just search online, Events by Design. They design, you partner.
Think you know the show better than the average ESPN Milwaukee fan? Now's your chance to prove it. It's time to play The Week in Reach You.
All right, time to play Week in Reach You. We have tagged out Jen as she goes and does her Good Morning America interview, and we have tagged in Brewers COO Marty Ronski. Marty, thank you for jumping in today, hanging out with us. Can we get our microphone on there, Joshy? There we go.
There we go.
There we
Happy
go.
to be here. Thanks, guys.
So we will get to some Brewer stuff in just a little bit. But if you're unfamiliar, this is a segment where we quiz Chewy on things he has said throughout the course of the week.
Oh, boy. All right.
We have 5.
It's my memory test of the week.
Yeah.
I don't feel good because he has not been treating me very nice this week. And I gave him his birthday present already.
Oh, he got a birthday present?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What did he get him? Another hat?
A little container for
okay.
something he should not be doing.
All right, well, Josh has 5 audio clips and then questions that go along with them. So, Joshy, the floor is yours.
Yeah, we're going to kick the first one off here with the audio.
Speaking of fantasy, I can't remember if I dreamed this or I read it.
What was the fantasy punishment you allegedly read about or maybe even dreamt about?
That was the military thing, right?
Finished last in the fantasy draft, and you have to join the military.
I'm a little suspect. That was a little too easy.
You think there's going to be a harder one coming?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, no, you're probably right about that. They're definitely going to get a little more difficult.
Now, did you redo this after I gave you the gift, or did you do this yesterday?
No, I did them actually in the break here. So.
So 5 for 5. All right.
I don't know about this one. The next one starts with the audio as well.
Because when I was a young kid, and I'm dialed in. I showed it yesterday.
Oh, yes.
What did you claim to be dialed in about from your childhood? Childhood on the farm, even, to get more specific for you.
When was this?
When was it?
I mean,
I believe it was Tuesday?
One more time.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
Because when I was a young kid, and I'm dialed in. I showed it yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Dialed in on the farm? Well, I learned how to drive at like 11, stick shift. But that doesn't sound right. I have no idea.
You claimed you were able to tell the brand of cigarette based on the smell.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
I think that Monday?
I don't, because he's
Monday or
references
Tuesday?
yesterday.
Yeah, so it must have been Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Those are the things we
Marlboro
talk
Lights
about.
were the best.
These are the things we talk about, Marty. Chewy being able to tell the difference between cigarette brands.
Yeah.
Okay, but Marlboro, like,
It's pretty distinct.
It's pretty distinct.
But I had an aunt who also smoked the Cools, the KOOLs with the green label.
Yep.
Those were gross. Menthol.
disgusting.
Ugh. I've never had a cigarette in my life.
You just smell terrible.
Yeah. Well, we used to secondhand smoke.
I was about to say, you've probably secondhand
Yeah.
smoked.
I was going to say, a cigarette might do you well, clear up some of that smells you have on your shirts.
True.
Just be a different type of smell.
Third one begins with the audio as well.
Yes, I've been known to be called that before, so take that for what it's worth.
Is this another one of those self-titled things?
An apothecary, that's the only thing I can think of.
It's a bit of a theme.
Yeah.
Could somebody be called an apothecary, or is that a store or like a place?
No, I think that's French for pharmacist, I believe.
What?
Don't quote me on that.
Can you look that up,
There's
Gabe?
one
No,
for
I
next
think
week.
you can be called an apothecary.
I think that's one for next week, guys.
Like,
We've never done that. We've never had a week in reach you about a week in reach you.
but Craig brought up haberdasher. I believe you can be called a haberdasher. I know what the store's called. Is it haberdashery? I don't know.
Apothecary is a person who prepared
Yeah.
and sold medicines and drugs. So yes, you can be
Or
an
a barber.
apothecary.
All right, this one begins with the audio as well.
A
Typed
barber
all
used
the
to be a
stuff out.
doctor. It wouldn't accept my C. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The 3-digit code, I'm like, had to do it like 7 times.
What is the 3-digit code?
CCV.
So-
CVV?
Yeah, so close.
What does it stand for?
So close. I have no idea what it stands for.
Marty?
I don't know, credit verification, what?
It sounds like you're on the right
Something,
path.
right? I mean, you know, it's got to be another V.
I mean, she got a lot far. I mean, again, she's the smartest person in the room, so this isn't shocking that she's getting farther than any of us.
Well, weren't there hockey skates called CVVs?
CCM?
Ah, it's close. That's where I was going to.
CCM?
3 letters, starts with
Yeah,
a C.
exactly.
It's all good.
CCD.
Do you feel worse when we have a guest in the room and she
Marty's
shakes
like,
her head?
Why did I even come in here?
No, isn't CCD was like Catholic grade school
Yes.
education?
Yeah,
Okay.
CCD,
yeah.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Christian
I went through CCD.
Christian
I assume you did.
CD?
Wasn't
CCD.
it
Christian
Catholic?
Catholic
Yeah, Catholic Christian something.
doctrine. Yeah.
I went to it. I don't remember what it's called. Last one for all the marbles here, Chewy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 2 and 2?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I'm amphibious. Ambidextrous.
Nope. I knew that one was going to trip you up.
What's the question?
We were talking about the Brewers. And
Yes.
in that conversation, you claimed to be this about what happened. You claimed to be.
Oh, okay.
And I said, what?
It's a big word.
Oh, la, 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 la.
It's a word I was surprised you knew.
Give it to me one more time. I'm amphibious.
You said it. You said I'm amphibious after this.
Mm-hmm.
So you said the big word
la, la,
before.
la. It's there. It's just tucked away.
It was about the Brewers reset that you claimed that you knew was coming.
The word begins with an O. Not omnipotent.
It's coming.
It'll be
don't
coming
know
for
what it
us.
is.
When she comes.
Omniscient.
There's the other V for victory, right there.
Took a little help, but we got there.
We eventually pulled you over the
All
finish
right.
line. All right, Marty Ronski, she is the Brewers COO. A lot of cool things happening at the ballpark. She is going to tell us about all of that coming up next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But I do want to tell you about the Wisconsin Country Club. I joined out there a couple of years ago, and if you're looking for a great golf experience, you need to join as well, WisconsinCountryClub.com. I love it for the golf. The golf course is fantastic, and shout out to our grounds crew for making sure that the course, with all the flooding that we got, is still in tremendous shape. But maybe you're looking for top-tier amenities. Tennis, pickleball, pool, have all those as well. Plus, no assessments, no food and beverage minimums. So what are you waiting for? Join today. Find out more information, WisconsinCountryClub.com. It's just a fairway away.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Still dealing with an accident on westbound 94, right about at Sunny Slope Road. The left lane is blocked right now with emergency crews, so it's going to be a bit tight coming back towards Highway 100. So just be extra careful with that. All the westbound side of 94 otherwise is looking pretty good. Northbound 41 backing up right around the North Avenue curve, heading up towards Capitol. Southbound slowing down just before Silver Spring, down to Capitol Drive. Rest of the system's looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Severe weather has arrived. Don't be left with no power. For power peace of mind for your home or business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, warmer, a high of 80. Tonight, slight chance for isolated showers or thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, a low of 66. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
We all know Potawatomi Casino Hotel for its gaming, entertainment, and now for its state-of-the-art sports book. But have you tried some of the food there lately? Hey, it's Jen Latta. I'm here with Luis Olmos from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We're about to dive into all these dining specials. Huh, Luis?
Let's start off with Dream Dance Steakhouse, where we have 3 dining specials to choose from. The first specials are Sunday Feast for 2, which includes fresh Caesar salads, a huge 32-ounce bone-in ribeye, 2 lobster tails, whipped potatoes, asparagus, chocolate cake, and a bottle of wine, all for just $120.
Now, that is an incredible deal at a very nice restaurant. Got to go there with some pals recently. Everything was so good. What else is going on at Dream Dance?
Yeah, we're also doing a prime rib dinner and wine special on Thursdays. The prime rib dinner comes with a choice of super salad, an herb-crusted prime rib with rich au jus and creamy horseradish, and a choice of potato and seasonal vegetable. All that for $48 per person. And we also have half-price select bottles of wine chosen by our in-house experts available in the dining area or in the lounge if you just want to split a bottle of wine with some friends.
And I'm guessing that's not the only dining special you have going on at Dream Dance Steakhouse at Potawatomi.
Yep, if you're not a carnivore, we have a great Midwest-style fish fry from Red Cliff Fish Company for $22. That gets you breaded whitefish, beef fat french fries, house coleslaw, tartar sauce, and a salted rye roll.
Where can everyone go to learn more about all of these delicious options you've told us about?
Potawatomi.com.
That's Potawatomi, Potawatomi.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and The Pickler is coming to Menominee Falls with 9 indoor courts and unlimited pickleball play. Leagues, clinics, tournaments, all included. The first tier of founder memberships is sold out, but you can still grab a great deal. $99 a month or $1,049 for a year. Only through the grand opening on August 23rd, with free open play, raffle prizes, and welcome gifts for the first 50 people. Go to pickler.com, hit the Menominee Falls page, and we'll see you on the court.
Okay, gang, we have to talk about the all-new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, the list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It is all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's a lot of sodas now that are prebiotic sodas
They
as
don't
well.
work. They're called poop. No,
not-
they're really called poop, I think. You buy them on Amazon.
I thought you were going to stop talking.
You got a lot of rust in you, you know that?
On 94.5 ESPN.
I'm not saying it's your fault, although you could have done more.
Big weekend at the ballpark.
Oh, you're so nice.
Brewers back home. To help us talk about it, we welcome in Brewers COO Marty Ronsky. Marty, thanks for hanging out. Multiple segments for you today.
Like my little dream. You guys know this. I love this.
So, again, a lot of things, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. Again, a lot of things going on at the ballpark. What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Well, look, we've been talking all season about celebrating Bob. And we're finally there. On Sunday, we're going to celebrate Uke. And when I use the word celebrate, that's really what I mean. We're going to have a really phenomenal celebration of, all things Bob was to all of us. And interestingly, having gone through a season now, much of a season without him, I think everyone has different, interesting perspectives, different memories, different things. So I just think the event will be particularly special, and to be able to share it with fans, to be able to have fans, we're going to, air it. We're going to have them in-house. It'll be a really special thing. So Sunday it is.
Well, and I guess with the Bob stuff, obviously this is like the team official thing, but it feels like there have been little kind of checkpoints the All-Star game. The guys, having the suit coats. Christian hitting 2 home runs with his Bob bat. It just feels like there have been those little touch points kind of all leading up to Sunday, which is what I'm really excited for.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about it. And I think everybody's had their moments and has their way that they're looking at things now. I know personally there have been these moments that I'm used to Bob being there, Bob, and it's just those moments that you pause and take a look back. So again, I'm just so excited. Bob Costas is going to be in town. He was such a good friend of Bob. So it's going to be a really cool day.
You think that'll ramp up more as the playoffs get closer? Because 162 games is a long season, but I can really see the networks and the players like, okay, now it's getting serious here. Let's do this thing for you.
Yeah.
You think that's going to?
Look, it's out there. And I think it's already there, right? Among the players, Bob, and you guys have heard this a million times, Bob was really their friend. Like, it was so cool. He just had his way. He'd show up, down in the dugout before the game. Just you'd see him chatting with a guy or two in the clubhouse after the game before. I mean, those celebrations where Bob's in the clubhouse when we, clinch or whatever, that's real. They want Bob as a part of all that. So, but what I love is Bob was a somewhat understated guy, believe it or not, right? His relationships were really personal. So they've all had these ways. Yes, we've got the jersey patch, so that's with them all the time. But they've had their ways of celebrating Bob all the way along.
And he's a national figure. He's not just.
Yeah.
He's probably a worldwide figure. He's not just Milwaukee, but I mean, all the things he's done over his career.
They're bringing in Bob Costas.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, we're not we didn't beg Bob Costas.
Yeah,
Bob Costas was like, he's my guy. I will be there. And it's so accidental almost. He was such a brilliant guy. Every room he was in, you try to make a room full of people laugh intentionally. It's not an easy thing. Bob is, he brought that brilliance to everyone, which attracted so many people to who he was. I know. And again, this is where it's just such an honor that we get a chance to really do this.
Okay, so
for him.
You guys are opening up early, correct?
Right. So lots at 10.
Yeah. So lots at 10. Gates at
10:30,
and everybody should be in their seats by
12:15. This is fun. Let's keep doing this. What else you got, Gabe?
How long? Can you tell us how long it's going to last?
Till just before games start. So we got to be able to clear people off the field, but we'll be out there. It's not, we're not talking hours here, but it will be aired. We want fans. We are sold out, so we want fans who can't be, didn't get a ticket, can't be at the ballpark. We will air it on FanDuel, so everyone can be a part of it.
Good.
But also Saturday, you have the Euchre umbrella, which is really cool.
Part of Euchre weekend, and truly for those golfers, if you have not seen this umbrella, guys, it's huge. It's really cool. So we got the Euchre umbrella on Saturday night, but we're home tonight. So we're home for a week, and we're going to beat those Giants.
Okay, so in 2008, I was doing a little bit of research.
Oh boy,
2008. 3 million people. 2009, 3 million people. 2011, 3 million people. So it's been a while since you've gotten to 3 million. You're going to go over the 2 million mark this weekend. We got a chance to get to that 3 million mark again? Because, again, it just seems like it's building more and more momentum. I mean, how many sellouts? It was 5 of 6 games or whatever it was.
Yeah. And look, this season, our fans have been absolutely incredible. The players are talking about it. You know that there's an energy, then you can feel it and see it, and fans are talking about it. Our regular fans are like, what is going on? This is crazy.
Well,
I mean,
Chewy said when he went to State Fair.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everyone
it
around
was
the video
probably
screens.
20-1. Brewers gear to Packers gear.
I love that. I love the Packers.
Yeah.
Everybody, the Packers know I love them, but that makes me so happy.
People have Brewers fever.
Yeah, it is, and it's deserved. Not to my own. The
It's
guys are
earned,
playing out of their minds. It's so much fun for the community. But look, we're bringing those fans in hot and heavy. Let's keep them coming. Maybe we should set that as our goalpost.
Again,
now.
As quickly as things are selling out, obviously this is going to be an incredibly busy weekend because the team is good, and then everything going on with Bob. I just thought maybe there's an outside chance they do something that they haven't done in a long time.
We're certainly beating our goals for the season, and who knows where this can go? Who knows?
So then after this weekend, King Vong T-shirt giveaway, which he was apparently unaware of.
Yeah, is that the best? And yeah, that is correct.
But how quickly? I mean, I think it's awesome that you guys are flexible enough that you can put something together like this because, I mean, obviously during the offseason, probably even right now, you guys are planning, okay, what are we going to do for giveaways next year? All these big things. Like, he was acquired 3 months ago, and here we have. Then he gets hot. He's been doing everything he's doing, and now we've got a King Von giveaway coming up.
That's right. We can make these things right in house now. So this was our part of our magic mix, so to speak. How can we do things where we can respond to fans more quickly? And one of them was truly Sean Marefka and Rick decided we're buying a T-shirt press. And away we went. So yes, on Tuesday, sticking with this T-shirt Tuesday theme, right? On Tuesday, we've got 10,000 King Von tees. And if you saw his play yesterday, to get back to first base for that out, it is a very well-deserved. I literally froze. I'm like, what was that?
Do you start to feel the pressure in the building? Because I can go back to 96, and the closer we got to the end of the season, you could feel this anxiety, things tightening up. With how many games left? A little under 40?
34 games
34
left.
games. Are you starting to feel that in the building, Marty?
Nah, we're chill as can be. No, it's...
Is that Murph?
Yes.
Is that Murph just keeps everyone...
Look, it's inevitable, and I would say it's a stress that you welcome more than any other feeling in the world, where you just... right now, we know anything's possible. We know, I mean, these guys have been so unbelievable. I had to remind people when we lost a game the other day that we are once in a while.
That's going to happen.
Going to lose a game.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's
I don't
baseball.
like it either, but it's going to happen. But yeah, we start to feel, and what we start to feel a lot is how do we keep making this, how do we keep bringing the fans in? How do we keep making this so much fun for everyone and making the most of it, right? How do we get in the community more? How do we, make this fun for everyone across the state? So that's what we're focused on.
Marty Ronski, Brewers COO. All right. Murphy's Pocket Pancakes.
The best. The best.
How quickly does that come together? Because that was just a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, hey, Sundays, let's sell Murphy's Pocket Pancakes.
And
in
there's
some
more
spots.
to come, my friend. We're still working.
Really?
Oh yeah, we got more ideas. But yes, this is my quiz though that I've been doing with folks. So we've got pocket pancakes where you can just do the plain ones with syrup or compote, which there's a word, compote. That's one. We had to actually Google that the other day to figure out what that. Yeah, but what is it? It's watery jam to me, but whatever. Yeah. So there's that. Or you can do the chicken and pancakes, which is a riff on chicken and waffles. So what's your pick, guys?
It's just the whole food in the pocket.
Okay, it's not a real pocket.
I know.
Well, but there's, when they sell it at the ballpark, they're not putting it in somebody's pocket before they give it to you.
I promise. It's
Although
like in
they might smell better if they might sell better if you put them in Murph's pocket beforehand.
Smell was that a slight
that was a slight of.
Hair on a plate doesn't really freak me out like it does some people.
What?
Huh?
That freaks. Hair on a plate doesn't freak you out.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Okay, then why does a pocket pancake freak you out?
You want the truth?
Because he knows how bad his pockets smell.
I used to pick my nose as a kid and put it in my pocket, so I'm scarred.
I walked right into that one.
Say.
That's on me. Hey.
And don't blame me, Gabe. Who do you got to blame?
Charlotte. Oh, no. Holmgren.
You got to blame him because he made us take this mental class one time where you visualize something.
Oh.
The problem is I went too far with it, and then I can visualize like a hanger hanging on a pancake, and it just...
Got it. We don't. I get it. So
Fair?
I promise you that our pancakes have not been in anyone's pocket.
Okay.
Only Murph's have. But yeah, we're rolling with it. It's really. Again, these are the things that make these personalities and these people. When you're winning, you get to let more of that out, and it's been a blast.
That's so Wisconsin.
So Wisconsin.
Right?
Well, yeah, again, who knew about the pocket pancakes before? Was this just kind of a team thing, and then Murph let it go when he was doing the interview on Apple TV?
Yes.
How many people actually knew about this before everybody knew about it?
Well, a lot of us know that Murph keeps snacks in his pockets.
Okay.
But look, guilty as charged. Like I don't today, but often, right? Snacks are a good thing to have with you. Okay, but Murph in game very frequently has snacks on him. That day, he just decided to let it go. So, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling loose, you're playing well. These things happen.
Wait, so does he bring them to the ballpark himself?
No, we got this stuff at the ballpark.
Okay.
He just kind of brings them out.
You guys,
No.
You guys hook him up at the ballpark.
That did not travel from home.
All right.
See, Murph seems to me kind of like a handkerchief in the... You know how your dad always carry a handkerchief in his pocket?
Uh-huh.
He doesn't have to go handkerchief left pocket, pancakes right pocket.
No, because you're just, again, you're still on the boogers in your pocket. You're on the boogers in your pocket. Get off that. No, Murph just, look, it's what's out there. What can he grab what's he feeling as a mid-game snack? It's a long
All right,
game.
one other suggestion.
Yes.
Playoffs, big game.
Yes.
Can we do a white out or a baby blue out? You know,
Love
like they
it.
do at Penn State or something like
These
that.
are great
where
suggestions. Believe me, we're brewing
You're
it
on
up,
it?
man.
Okay.
We're on it. We are thinking. It's going to be some fun.
Well,
in there.
again, they did a lot of fun things last year. I mean, honestly, the drive-through tailgate last year for the tickets was such a great idea and a very unique idea. I was so glad that we got to be there for it. So
there's more coming, guys. So
Okay,
stick
yeah.
with us. We've got.
All right.
We're
'Cause
literally cooking this stuff up left
My
and right.
idea hit rate's about 3 to 1. 1 to 3?
yeah,
1
yeah,
to 3?
1 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was 3 to 1, that'd be
That'd be amazing.
I
wasn't
me,
sure
let
which
it go.
way that went.
Ideas that he doesn't even have him.
I'm like, dang,
It's unbelievable.
You're
Yeah.
definitely doing that.
You're gonna have to hire Chewy.
Yeah, we are on, man.
Marty, thank you so much for jumping in, joining us. I will be there on Sunday. Definitely was not going to miss the celebration, but I can't wait for this weekend. Can't wait for the rest of the season and see what the team has in store for us.
Yeah, and guys, there's tickets still out there. I can't leave without saying that. There are tickets out there. Please come on in. It's so much fun in there right now, and we've got so much going on. Something new all the time.
It's a Wednesday afternoon, and it feels like a playoff game.
I know.
Yeah.
On a
I know.
Wednesday afternoon.
I know. It's the best.
That's
It's the best.
unbelievable.
Come celebrate.
All right. Can't wait to talk to you again later
Thanks,
this season,
guys.
Marty.
Go Brewers.
Marty Uronsky, COO of the Brewers, updating us on everything happening with the crew. Hopefully Jen's back from GMA. We can grill her on being big time. Next.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
As a young player, what you're trying to do is you're trying to stack success. And you're trying to stack that because that gives you more opportunities to get more opportunities. And he earned that.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This is what we're talking about. And then you get the injury report and you just can't catch a break. And that same thing is happening on steroids to Lloyd.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at betterhelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Tempers flared and fist flew at the joint practice between the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks on Thursday afternoon. Not one, but two different scrums between the Packers offense and the Seattle defense, which included starting right tackle Zach Tom and second-round pick offensive tackle Anthony Belton throwing fists at Seattle defenders. The hope is cooler heads can prevail as these two teams square off in the preseason finale on Saturday at Lambeau Field. I'm Alex Grove.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Be prepared for power outages with a Generac home standby generator from Adams. Storms are unpredictable, and when the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. With a Generac generator, your power will be automatically restored whether you're home or away. Rated Wisconsin's #1 Generac dealer, Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power, peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I just figured if I got the yellow ones from Mexico, I could slip those in without her. Did you know the Viagra in Mexico is yellow?
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just paint it? You just drop it in a little food coloring?
You probably
and call
could,
it
like an egg. I'm going to try that.
Easter has a new meaning in the Chimera household.
On 94.5 ESPN.
What would the Brewers have to do to get you out to a game this year?
Have a game right after the show.
Like Patriots Day in Boston when they play at 10 a.m. or whatever that is?
I wonder if they have a Chewy flex. Yeah, we're going to flex the game because of Chew.
So we can get Chewy at the ballpark?
No, but I'll be definitely watching
the
Sunday.
celebration of
Yeah, I
life.
want to see that.
I mean,
you know
that's
what?
just
I
smart.
met Uke one time, and I was blown away. Played at I think it was Robin Yount's golf tournament. We had just won the Super Bowl, and someone tapped me on the shoulder, and it was Uke.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away that he even knew who I was. I think I called my buddies. I'm like, who just came up to me? You.
Well, again, especially at that point, like he was more than just. I mean, at the end of the day, he was ours, right? He was Milwaukee's, but I mean, he did World Series with Costas and NBC, Mr. Belvedere. He was on.
I loved him
Carson.
on Johnny Carson.
Yeah,
he was hilarious. It's hilarious everything he did.
It's just funny because when you watch any like comedian documentary or like interview that they do, like comedians of that time, like Jerry Seinfeld, guys of that age, where it was always the goal for every comedian. Like if they got on Carson, it was such a big deal. But then if you made Johnny laugh, that was like the biggest endorsement.
Yeah.
And you just strolled in there and had Johnny in stitches consistently. Like every time he joined, he was one of the most consistent guests on that show. Mr. Baseball, it's where the nickname came from.
But he was different than a Jack Buck or who's the guy in L.A.?
Oh, Vince Scully.
Vince Scully.
Well, because they were like more stoic, right?
Yes.
Like just their reverence and again, very, very good. Like Uke he just did it differently.
Was John Madden Uke?
In a way, right? In a way, in terms, I would say their national popularity, but I feel like Madden.
No, I memean just their style of announcing games. There's really not a Madden out there now, is there?
No.
I mean, what's the closest thing? Collinsworth tries to be funny. So they're one of a kind.
Yeah, it's just one of one. Like it can't be replicated.
No.
Like you can't replicate that. So I've literally been looking forward to this game all season.
Yeah.
Like when I found out that was the date, could not buy tickets fast enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So that's going to be great at the ballpark. They're giving away the umbrella on Saturday. First 25,000 fans. Which is like
I
an
saw
old
that
school
they
one.
made it a point though, just to make sure everyone is in their seat.
Yes.
They did it on the telecast yesterday during the game. Be in your seats at 12:15.
12:15.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a big ceremony,
Yeah.
obviously. That's going to be happening. And then we got Packers.
Probably be some tears, I would think.
I can't imagine there are going to be too many dry eyes
Yeah.
in the stadium on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or on Sunday afternoon.
Packer game, I wanted to ask Jason if the left tackle position is been settled.
Here's the thing. I can't imagine. I mean, I know Morgan plays. I can't imagine that Walker plays.
Yeah. I think if the left tackle's settled, it's because they need Jordan Morgan on
Elsewhere.
the line.
As a swing guy.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which they very well may need. I mean, they're going to have 2 weeks after this to kind of hopefully get Aaron Banks healthy. But
do you guys agree with that or no?
I think if Jordan Morgan plays as well and beats, but they haven't been able to have a real competition in camp.
Yeah.
Because Rashid's been hurt, and then they've been moving.
And then when Rashid's been healthy, they've had injuries elsewhere where they've had to put Morgan.
Like, it's hard for me to look your first-round pick in the face who showed up and showed out at every opportunity at left tackle and be like, yeah, sorry, you're a swing offensive lineman now. But I figure what they'll do is they're probably going to rotate him.
I hate that rotation, though.
So do I.
I hate if they rotate. I'm going to hate that because Morgan to me has proven he's probably one of your 5 best.
Yes.
So just have Sean Ryan be the 6th offensive lineman. He comes in. You can move Morgan wherever you have to if there's an injury. But to me, Morgan's going to be one of your 5 best.
It's almost like the ability for Jordan Morgan to play multiple positions is working against him in terms
to be
of
the starting left tackle. To be the start, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, but also if he ends up being the starting left tackle, if there's an injury interior and then he's got to move in, I feel like just disrupts more.
Right.
You know,
I think if they were playing the Carolina Panthers first game of the year, there's probably a strong chance that he does play left tackle. But the fact that they're going up against Hutchinson, he's never started in the NFL at left tackle, and Walker's done it. Okay, whatever you want to say about Walker, he's done it.
Yeah,
he's done it. So I think that's going to play into the decision.
The other thing we should have asked Jason, maybe we still can. Because to me, it's not just a competition of, who's the best left tackle between these two? Because Morgan can be moved around, it's almost, okay, who's our best 5? And then Sean Ryan enters the conversation. So would you rather have Sean Ryan at right guard and Morgan at left tackle? Or are you better off, because is Rasheed Walker better than Ryan? Then you have Walker at left tackle and Morgan at right guard.
I don't know.
Yeah, even though it's a competition between those two, it's almost like a third guy enters because Morgan is going to have to go somewhere if he doesn't win the left tackle job.
Kind of didn't see this problem coming. I didn't see the problem coming because I thought offensive line was going to be a big position of strength.
I don't think us talking about who the starting left tackle is, I don't think that's a problem.
Depth is a problem.
Depth is a problem. I think the starting 5 is not going to be a problem.
No.
The depth is a problem.
No.
I would agree with that.
And you're going to lose. You're going to lose guys. It just happens.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very few teams go through a whole season with the starting 5 playing the entire 17
and look, I feel good about 6.
I feel good about 6.
It's about, okay, what do you do at those other positions?
So they're in corner, sweating a little bit.
I'm not that nervous about corner.
You're not?
I really am not. I think that there's not a lot of depth there across the league. I feel good about really their top 4 because they've more or less just moved Javon Bullard to slot corner. Yeah. Like he's basically playing slot corner and now, which again helps with the depth. So now you've got Valentine and Nixon on the outside. Hobbs rotates in once he finally gets healthy. But those are the position battles. If you're going to watch the game on Sunday, these are the things that again matter. But ultimately,
if you're watching, buddy,
JV football. Because here's the problem, too. The things we were just talking about, the things we were talking about aren't going to be on display on Saturday.
Okay.
Williams House coming up.